All right, so today we're talking about multifamily assets and typically the class types of multifamily assets. Traditionally, we see A, B, C, and D. And to break it down, there's typically the property type and the area type. A class is going to be basically downtown, major metro right there. Your Miami's, your Chicago's, your Charlotte's, your New York City's, your LA's, right? Those are going to be major markets where you see a lot of money wanting to come into that market, both from here in the U.S. and from abroad that want to come into these major markets. And when we talk about A property classes, those are going to be usually assets that are new construction or very well maintained, manicured. Now we have our B assets and B markets, and those may be some of the surrounding markets that are secondary markets that may not be your major markets here, but are going to support it. So some B markets might be still your Nashville's or still your Louisville's or some of the other surrounding markets that are within range of these major markets, but are not in fact at major markets. And we talk to B assets, they are in range of new construction, still well cared for, but may not have, of course, the new construction element, but some of the amenities, some of the major upgrades, some of the elements that are now available today, but could be anywhere from 1990s all the way up to 2010s or 2015 range. Those would be the property types that meet that B class area of property. C class can be more workforce housing. It's going to be more workforce areas here, blue collar towns, blue collar properties where garden style properties that don't have the amenity set, that don't have the available amenities that you may find in the A class or even in some of the B properties as well. And then D class are typically properties that have a ton of deferred maintenance, are not well cared for, older property types, 60s, 50s and below, 1960s, 50s and below, and are in areas, a D-class area would be an area that in fact could be dangerous, has a lot of crime, may be an area that you don't want to go into at night. Now, that said, you can have D properties in an A area, and you can have A properties in a D area. Ultimately, the goal for each and every one of us is always to find an area that is outperforming the asset that we can find. So if we can find a B or C property in an A area that gives us the opportunity to go and improve that property and bring it up to a better valuation or a better class to meet the area where it is. And so those are the same. Some of the big things to look out for is, can we find a property to meet the class or the area class of where it sits today? All right, so I'm Jason Yarusi. Let's get out there. Let's invest in some multifamily. We want to help you do it. We want to see you do it. So let us know how we can help you. Hit us down there in the comments. Let's go.